Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chess and welcome back to Spooktober Day 22. So today is basically like the fourth week, I guess, starting the fourth week of October, which is the fourth 7 days, I guess. We did day 1 to 7 as week 1, and then day 8 to 14 as week 2, and then day 15 to day 21st as as week 3, right? And then since today is 2022, then day 22nd, I mean, then this will be the fourth week, I guess. Okay, so anyway, um, speaking of Spooktober, I kind of discussed a lot about things that may or may not be fictive, right, or fiction. Like demon that we already did, which was about the number, right, the 666, and then there is so much more, so many more, right, that we have kind of discussed, I guess. However, what about we talk about something that kind of terrifies, for me at least personally, which is real, right? And there you go. This is basically physics, right? Kinetic energy. We'll talk about this. The reason why is because I feel like, upon everything that's happening in our daily real life, the thing that kind of concerned me the most is kinetic energy. Um, I will tell you why in a bit, right? Because there's actually a lot of types of energy, right? Like there's potential energy, which is the energy of something at certain distance or height from the ground, right? With a mass. So yeah, and like that thing existing has potential energy, right? And then kinetic energy, which is another type of energy, I guess, which is, I guess, here, right? Kinetic energy of an object is the energy that it possesses due to its motion. It is defined as the work needed to accelerate a body of a given mass from rest to its stated velocity. So basically, there is a mass and then there is velocity, right? Or speed, basically. Um, and that's the energy, right? So basically, like a moving object energy, with motion, basically, right? Like object with motion, will naturally have, I mean, kinetic energy, right? So why do I want to talk about this? Well, I kind of go somewhere every day. Like, um, excuse me one second. Oh, it's actually start to raining. Start rain. I mean, start raining. I mean, um, I sit, like against the window, right? For I guess for lightning, I guess. I mean for light, and I kind of heard sounds, right? And yeah, it's apparently start to rain. Anyway, let's actually continue then. If it rains, then it rains, right? There will be like rain sounds in the background. So where are we again? Okay, kinetic energy. Like every day I go somewhere basically with my motorbike or motorcycle, you can say that. um and I've been like riding bike since like probably 10 years, more than 10 years ago, right? Since my start of high school. And every time I ride motorbike, and then not only myself but also with my other friends with their motorbikes, I always like the one that moves very slowly, right? So I was always got lost behind basically, while my friends already like far in the front, right? And and sometimes not few of them actually, it's like some or even many, I mean, um kind of complain of why I ride my bike very slowly, right? Well, I was just terrified because of the kinetic energy, right? It is certainly a mass that has velocity, right? So it is basically me having my own mass, and then the mass of my body, right? And then the motorcycle itself, right? And then both of us moving with certain speed, right, or velocity. And um, yeah, basically I carry a lot of energy with me, right? So and the road here is kind of crowded, so there's also like safety issues as well, right? As to why you don't want to ride your bike a little bit too fast, because if accident happen, then you will release all those kinetic energy upon impact, right, to whatever you are crashing into, right? And this is like basically where my issue starts, like my concerns start to come. And then at the second grade, I think, of let's see if we have the this one, Newtonian kinetic energy. Okay, so this one. So starting from, like, I think my middle school, I guess, or high school even, like there is this energy, right? Like kinetic energy basically. And then this is the formula, right? Which is half of the product of the mass multiplied by the square of the speed, right? So here speed really plays a really um, important role, right? There is a very difference if you go like 40 kilometer per hour or 100 kilometers per hour, right? Because that difference will get multiplied by itself, right? So that's actually very big difference. Like let's say 40 times 40 is only 1600, right? Whilst 100 times 100 is 10,000. So that's like five, or like six times already, right? Of difference, right? And that makes up the whole kinetic energy basically. So basically my the thing that kind of spooks me or make me feel concerned is that what if accident happens, right? I carry a lot of kinetic energy with me because I have the mass, I have the speed as well, right? And what if like someday something bad happened, right? I crash into, I don't know, like maybe a car, or um, I don't know, like other car probably, or pedestrian or something like that, right? um, that's bad, right? Because then I will put a lot of energy basically upon impact, right? And I might, not really might, but I will certainly knock, others, right? So that's why I guess that's why I rode, still ride my motorcycle kind of slowly, I guess. Like unless I'm really in a highway that is quiet, right? Like there's no traffic basically, in a also in a wide in a wide highway as well. When I went to university, right? From the university to my house, it's like, you know 2 hours of travel, right? And then it's just a highway basically. And like my friends all could do like, like only spend about 1.5, even like just over an hour, right? While I spent like at least 2 hours, right? So like that's why I guess even in highway I still kind of took it kind of slowly, right? Maybe like 80 kilometer per hours is like the like the fastest I guess that I'm comfortable. High, faster than 100 kilometer per hour, I don't think I can, honestly. Like like one miss management, I guess, or one mishandling of your vehicle, then it can get something else. Like, okay, for example, one would calculate the kinetic energy of an 80 kilogram of mass. Oh, that's basically me. I weigh about 80 kilograms. So, yeah, there you go. Traveling at 18 meters per second. So that's about 65 kilometer per hour. Okay, so yeah, 40 miles per hour, I guess. For US, I guess, metric system, 65 kilometer is actually kind of moderate. Like usually I went 40, right? 65 is probably when I was in the highway that I mentioned earlier, when I was in university, basically go from university to home or from my house to university, right? um, so yeah, here you go. A half of 80 kilograms times 18, and then the 18 is squared, right? So 18 times 18, so that's like what is it again? 18 times 18 something, right? And then the result is almost 13,000, I mean, joules, right? Which is 13 kilojoule, I guess. So if I remember correctly, 1 joule is basically 1 Newton meter. So that's about. Also, I kind of remember that people compared that to an apple because it was Newton, right? Um, he kind of know about gravity, right? So like it got compared to apple. So basically, when there's an apple on the ground, and then you lift it and place it on a table, then that's basically 1 Newton meter or 1 joule basically. So 13,000 joule is like basically you repeat that 13,000 times, right? Or I think people also compared that when I think an apple also still an apple fall from the table, I think that's also kind of 1 joule as well. So you can always imagine yourself got hit by an apple for about like more or less 13,000 times, right? So that that hurts, right? So yeah, like imagine this in one moment. I guess all this energy, right, got released into other objects, and the worst thing is that if you then stop, right, it means you completely stop the motion, and therefore like your energy will I would say almost fully transferred into that object, right? Although there's, like, because of friction, then it got released into heat energy as well. But, that's besides the point, right? The point is that it's still huge impact. Um, yeah, like basically it like there are a lot of things that are spooky, but for me this is the thing that kind of one of the many things that make me spook, because this is real, right? This is reality basically. If you move too fast and you have some mass in you as well, then you're basically like you're basically highly energy, right? Energetic, I mean, like literally, like you carry this energy within you. And like yeah, again, because I don't know, maybe it's like trauma in the past. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know why, but accidents in the road or in the street, I guess in the road, it is actually one of the most terrifying things that can happen actually. Like watching all these videos about car crash, like truck crashing, and then like this truck crashing into motorcycles of people, like the pedestrian, and then hitting like buildings and stuff like that. It's just kind of scary, like yeah, like the energy is just too much, right? And you will get knocked out, right? Like if you are the unlucky victims or people that got hit, right? And yeah, I guess there's that. I mean, I don't really want to talk about these like all this nerdy stuff over here. I guess you can it's basically like in high school, right? I think, or even middle school. Like you already know about this, right? Or you can just learn this by yourself. And then there is this rela- relative relativistic kinetic energy, and then quantum mechanics. Sure, why not, right? Everything in physics always has the quantum mechanics version of that. Sure, why not? But yeah, I just kind of want to talk about these things that like kind of spooked me in real life, right? By in real life, I mean real daily life, right? Since again, I have to go somewhere every day. Like I have to pick my siblings to school, basically. Because it's like 5 kilometers I think away from home, so and yeah, and they couldn't really ride motorbikes. I guess I'm like the older sibling. I guess I have the responsibility to pick them up to school, I guess. And yeah, and sometimes in the morning the traffic can get very like like very crowded, right? There's just so many people, and then I need to really be cautious, right, when I ride. And so should you, I guess. Everyone, you are out there. If you drive safely. Don't go too fast, because remember that you carry this energy, right? Like with big energy also comes responsibility or something like that. I don't know the quotes. um I guess that's power, but then again, energy is kind of the same, right? Like this is real energy, your kinetic energy. Like if you hit people with this amount of energy, like it's not gonna be a great outcome, like it will be a very devastating, destructive outcome, like let's say this 13,000 joules, right? Like I said, that's like, getting hit by an apple 13,000 times, right? That's a lot. But yeah, I guess that will be it for today's discussion about Spooktober Day 22nd. You know, kinda, probably you kinda didn't expect that I would actually discuss about something in real life, right? Because when people talk about something spooky, something scary, terrifying, it's always get connected to something like like supernatural, or like fiction horror stuff, right? Like monsters and stuff like that. But this is like, this is real life, and this is also something that's kind of spooky. Maybe some of you can relate, especially if you have certain trauma in the past, where you have like car accidents or something like that, that almost took your life. Especially, you might relate to this, right? Like moving too fast is dangerous, basically. So yeah, drive safely. Like stay safe for yourself, as well as make other people safe as well. But yeah, I think that'll be it for today's discussion about kinetic energy. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you again tomorrow with another discussion. Stay safe, stay healthy, drive safely, and I will see you guys again very very soon. And see ya.